friends, it's Miss Amber. I'm here to read you my story for today. Sorry about Mr. Jackson. He's such a baby. He doesn't know how to be quiet or to follow circle time rules. So he's okay now, so I can read you this story. Remember, this week we're working on the letter Y. Says Y, Y, Y. So get your cell phone and you're gonna say Y, Y, Y. Okay, in our story we have a yo-yo. A yo-yo is a type of toy that's a circle with a string. We have our character, she's a yak. Her name is Yoko Yak. And I drew a picture of a yak. It's a silly picture, but this is like a cow. I have the word yellow. The word yay. That's what we say when we're really excited. Yay, we get to go outside. Or yay, I get to have a treat for dinner. The next word is yelp. Yelp. Yelp is kind of like yelling out. Sometimes, like if you hurt yourself, you might yelp in pain. The other word is yell. We like to yell when we're having fun. The last word is two words. Yakety yak. So yakety yak is saying someone that talks and talks. So Yoko Yak likes to yakety yak. Okay, she talks too much during school. So let's listen to our story. Before we start, let's do our listening song. Eyes are watching, ears are listening, voices quiet, bodies calm. This is how we listen, this is how we listen at group time, at group time. Okay, here is our story. It's called Yoko Yak's Yakety Yacky. And there's our little yak. See, she kind of looks like a cow and she has two little horns. She's cute. This story is written by Barbara de Ruperidis, and the pictures are drawn by R.W. Alley. Yoko Yak yanked back the covers and bounced out of bed. She had so much to tell her friends about her adventure yesterday. Ooh, she's excited. Yorororo, Yoko sang in the shower. Yay for school today, Yoko chanted as she dressed. Mama Yak called to Yoko, are you ready for breakfast? Yip, 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 Yoko yelled back. Ooh, she's a fun girl, huh? Yogurt's yum, yum, yummy in my tummy, Yoko chattered as she ate. Don't talk with your mouth full, Yoko, said Papa Yak. Don't talk, period, please, said Yoko's younger sister, Yolanda. You're always yakety yakking. I am not, Yoko yelped. Yoko zipped into the yard at Alphabetty's school. Yo, Polly, she yelled. Yo, Sammy, yo, Bobby. I went kayaking yesterday. That's like in a boat. A kayak is a type of boat. Alphabetty rang the bell. She smiled at Yoko. We all want to hear about your kayak adventure. Today is a very busy day, but tomorrow afternoon we'll have sharing time. You can talk then. But Yoko couldn't wait. She started telling Polly, Porcupine, about the kayak trip during math. We kayaked down Coyote Canyon, said Yoko. Shh, whispered Polly. We're supposed to be learning. During quiet reading time, Yoko started telling Sammy Skunk about the kayak trip. Sammy put his finger to his lips. We're supposed to be reading silently. Next, it was time for art. Alphabetty smiled at Yoko. You can draw a picture of your kayak trip. Okay, said Yoko. But Yoko also wanted to talk about her kayak trip. She whispered to Bobby Baboon. Bobby had a hand over his ear. I can't think when you're yakking in my ear, Yoko. You're a very yakety yak today. Yoko burst into tears. Alpha Betty hurried back to Yoko's desk. Bobby called me a yakety yak, Yoko yelled. Bobby said, I'm sorry, Yoko. I do want to hear about your trip, but not right now. Alpha Betty whispered to Yoko, tell us about your trip with your drawing, and if you can be quiet during class time, you may talk first during sharing time tomorrow. The next morning, Yoko was early for breakfast. She was wearing her Coyote Canyon t-shirt. She was holding her Coyote Canyon yo-yo. There's that toy, a yo-yo. And she was being absolutely quiet. Yolanda looked at Yoko, and then she looked at Papa. What's wrong with Yoko? She's not yakking. Yoko dipped her toast in the egg yolk and popped it in her mouth. She smiled at Yolanda as she chewed with her mouth shut. When Yoko arrived at school, she smiled and waved, and she smiled and waved at the teacher. Yoko waited for math to begin. She was very quiet. Are you okay? Asked Polly Porcupine. Yoko nodded yes and said nothing. During reading, Yoko was also very quiet. Are you okay? Asked Sammy Skunk. Yoko nodded and said nothing. When it was time for art, Yoko was still very quiet. Are you okay? Asked Bobby Baboon. Yoko nodded and said nothing. Finally, it was sharing time, and Alpha Betty, teacher, announced, Yoko, you're first! Oh, yeah. Yoko ran to the front of the classroom. She smiled, but she didn't say anything. She showed everyone her 2 drawings. She pointed to her t-shirt, and she showed everyone her yo-yo without saying a word. The class began laughing and chanting, Yakety yak, please come back. Yakety yak, please come back. Yoko laughed too, and then she began to talk. My kayak bounced over the waves. I was wet with water, and when I yelled, it echoed in the canyon. But I can be a quiet yak, as well as a yakety yak, and I made up a yodel about it last night. Yodel for us, Yoko! Yelled the class. Yodel is like a singing. Here we go. Oh, yakety yak can be quiet as quiet can be. A yodel, odel, odel, and a yip, yip, yippee. And a yakety yak can yodel. A yakety yak can yak. A yodel, odel, odel, and a yak, yak, yak. Yay! Yay for you, Yoko Yak, cried Alpha Betty. You proved you can be quiet. And a clever yak, said Polly. And a funny yak, said Sammy. And a yodeling yak, yelled Bobby. Then everyone cheered, yay for Yoko Yak. And everybody did the yakety yak yodel. The end. Now here's a picture of an actual yak. Like I said, it looks like a cow and it has long horns. Okay? All right, my friends, I hope you enjoyed that funny story. Lots of yuck, yuck, yuck. Bye-bye.